after just over 35 long years where I never thought that anyone would even come close to breaking the WWE Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship reign of the Honky Tonk Man. Because he was a honky tonk man, he's a honky tonk man, but he's cool, he's cocky, and he's number 2. Gunther is now going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time. Come this Friday or Saturday, whatever, doesn't matter. He has broken the record. And the best part about it, he did in front of Gable's family. Those kids cried. That's what you little shits get for having hopes. How does it feel to have your hopes and dreams crushed? Your dad failed. He failed. Ha 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 ha. The one thing is at least the kids will be able to be taller than their dad by age 5. That's mean, but Gunther, the new longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time. Oh, so good. So exciting. Anyway, I'm John Wrighton with my review of WWE Raw from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Spectrum Center, and which can hold quite a few people, and according to WrestleTex, had about 8,300 people for the setup, and you know what? They were at least alive for some of the show. They were definitely up for the main event, and definitely up for some of the other stuff. So, Payback, post-Payback show. We're on the road to Fastlane. Also on the road to No Mercy, because No Mercy comes up before Fastlane. So many wrestling events happening. So, new graphics for the intro. They took Liv out. I don't know if that means that Liv's going to be added when she's not injured anymore. I would hope she's not going to go back to SmackDown. I don't know. That's weird. Hey, put her in NXT. Have her work with some of the talents when she's no longer injured. There were other people left out of the intro, but that's one that I noticed. The same old theme. Oh, I hate rap. Oh, rap is crap. Oh, I hate rap. At least bad rap. So, Jey Uso comes out, and I don't think the white people in Charlotte knew how to do the wave. It's not how you play the piano. Why would you guys have pianos there? I'm just really elated because my fears were squashed. Gunther is going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. The record has finally fallen, and the kids are crying. That's what you little shits deserve. I don't know if it's coming across here, but I'm not really much of a child person. I mean, kids deserve a loving environment, but they also deserve to have their hopes and dreams crushed and be taught that life isn't fair and that their parents sometimes fail, especially when they work at, trying to, take down somebody bigger than them. Sometimes you need to pick your battles. Gable, be less goofy, more serious, and maybe next time you'll win. So anyway, in all seriousness, Chad Gable is very good, but the kids cried. I'm sorry, that was funny. Jay is very over. Then here's Sammy. Oh boy, here we go again. Look, I get it, and I know this is a way to extend Jimmy and Jay to Mania. They'll have a face-off at the Rumble. I mean, I would think they would almost have to. But I was over this bloodline stuff a while ago. I get why they had to do it. They did have to address it. But whatever. I'm happy you're here. And oh no, Jay doesn't accept Sammy's handshake. Oh no, he's like, that wasn't very oozy of me, was it? Oh, they hugged and it's so beautiful. Except it's not. I mean, the people pop for it. That's great. So I did note also, watch them have Sammy and Jay win the Intercontinental Championship. Or the Intercontinental. Watch them win the Intercontinental Tag Team Championships. Now watch them win the Undisputed Universal Continental Tag Team Championships at some point from Judgment Day. So, Drew and Riddle make their entrance. We then cut to Nakamura with comments about Payback. I don't care how hard they try. He can beat Rollins at some point. He's toast. Like, he's toast. He had every opportunity. Oh, he broke Rollins. He did that. You fucking lost. Pretty decisively, in all honesty. Oh, Rollins got a quick one. No, he outsmarted Nakamura, who had all the advantages and Seth's broken back. So anyway, Ricochet also wants a chance. I forgot Ricochet was still there. Here's Rollins, and Rollins is like, I'm fine. This is fine. Ricochet badly wants a shot. Drew and Riddle took on the Viking Raiders with Valhalla is dear. That stupid twat probably smells like about 8-year-old beef jerky, but nevertheless, Hey, it's a no DQ match where anything goes, and Riddle went through a table after Kofi inadvertently hit him a little bit later. Did you think I cared about that match? No, because Riddle's involved. And the Raiders are involved. When when they make me tune out of a Drew McIntyre match, that's saying something. Video package of past IC champions, including Mr. Ringboy Scandal himself, Pat Patterson. They can say what they want. He was involved. He was involved. So I don't really care about, I don't really care about honoring his legacy, as many great finishes he came up with. There's a reason why he was sent home. It wasn't just the Phil Donahue show. It wasn't just that stuff. There's a reason. Plenty of horror stories about Pat Patterson that have come out in the years before and since his passing. So anyway, Seth is back. Well, he's out in front of the crowd after the break. And then he calls out Nakamura with a proposition. Propamura, as it were. It sounds like a Papa Murphy's mashup. So here's Nakamura. Want a rematch? No. Rematch? No. Yeah, no. And then Seth says, well, I know it's Labor Day. A lot of people aren't working. But, oh, you about to get that work, son. I don't know why the hell Seth talked like that. Oh, he used to be Tyler Black. So anyway, yeah, this was long and in the toot. I think that's how it's said. Security and people join in, and yeah, security and people are gonna stop this madness from happening. Pierce and Rollins have words, and all this stuff is going on. All this stuff is just all over the place. Ricochet and Nakamura have a match. This is 20 minutes after the first match ended. And Nakamura used a chair to cause a DQ right in front of Samantha. Samantha continuing to watch her fiance get his brains beaten in. It's just kind of funny they put Samantha in that position. I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's just go with this. Rollins storms in, stops a Pillmanizing attempt where the chair was over Ricochet's neck. And then security and all this stuff, and he dives on security and all this, and I really hope that Rollins can actually make it to Mania. I really hope he can. I really, truly hope he can. But God damn it, I am worried that after Mania, we may not see Seth anymore. At least for a year or so with back surgery. So, no cashing because Rhea says no. Rhea wears the pants in that relationship. Or the pants is the leader, I think. So Zoe's talking. Shayna says, hey, good on you for dumping Trish. And hey, let's have a match later, says Zoe. Okay. Zoe is thrilled to be back in Charlotte because she actually remembers the first show that Jim Crockett Sr. put on. And actually was around when Jim Crockett Jr. took over. She was on the plane when John Ringley, had his little indiscretion and got divorced from Francis Crockett. And that's a deep cut of a story. She was even there when the Charlotte Memorial Coliseum Foundation was laid. I'll stop these jokes once, except I'm not going to. So anyway, Judgment Day, they show up. We run Raw, yada yada. Dominic talks because that's what this program needed. That idiot. Here's JD McTuna with a custom-made briefcase for Priest with Senior Money in the Bank. And here's Sammy. He calls him five giant championship stealing turds. One of them doesn't have a championship, Sammy. And he did say about McTuna when he says, you don't want to challenge Dominic, you want to challenge me because I cost you the match. He says, I'm so glad you opened your ass. Well, the Irish ass and less of the Irish ace. He will face McTuna later. Mr. Funko Pop himself. So that's one of the few good things that Cody has said on promos. More IC champs of the past. And Gunther is in a white room. To implement the final, never mind that. He's speaking German. Heil? Anyway, tomorrow belongs to me. Shayna makes her entrance. We go to break. Shayna was in the ring for about 10 minutes. Pierce basically is upset at Chelsea because she interrupts him talking to Raquel. Piper is apparently sick or ill, or she just recently got over a pretty bad bout of apparently COVID. So hopefully she's going to be all right. Raquel and Chelsea are going to have a match later. Then Zoe and Shayna had a match. This was almost 30 minutes after the second match ended. They need to format this show better. Yeah, they gave us a main event that had some good stuff when we were able to see it, except in picture-in-picture. But god damn it. No one cared about this. That's sad. I mean, they sort of popped for the finish. Maybe they were just happy the match was over. You know, Zoe actually was a guest of honor for Dusty Rhodes at the first Great American Bash event of 1985. She was amazed when Flair came down in the helicopter and had that red carpet treatment and all that. So, yeah, the Clutch wins it eventually. Zoe kept trying to struggle out and then realized, oh dear, I've fallen and I can't get up. I know she's only 28, but I'm sorry, I can't stop. So, show respect, Shayna gained another tag partner? Why not? I don't care. Will JD join JD? Stay tuned for JD Raw. Monday Night JD. JD night, I'll work on it. Raquel then took on Chelsea. Chelsea Green! And I like Samantha. I mean, it's a unique way to say it. At least she's having fun doing announcing. So, 10 minutes between matches, actually, but this one was quick. Raquel laid her out, beat her quickly, and then talked and said Dominic's banned from ringside for her and Rhea's rematch. And there we go. Gable's then fired up. Maxine is also there for whatever ungodly reason. And Otis is there. I know there are people that like this trio. I don't. But I respect people that like it. And recaps of the first tag match where Kofi ended up costing Riddle and Drew the match. Drew is looking for Kofi. He's also looking for Jay. Riddle tells him to calm down. And then Drew says, so Jay's on Raw. I don't trust Jay. You shouldn't trust Jay. And if he screws up, I'm going to find Cody and beat his ass. So Drew is all kinds of pissed. And then Kofi tries to apologize. And Drew's like, is it really inadvertent? This is after Kofi forgave him last week for hurling an office chair at Xavier's head. And Miz TV. Miz then had one of the worst segments that I've seen on Raw in a while. And I know there are people that like this. And this might have worked better if, I don't know, it was earlier in Miz's career. But we are almost 20 years into his career now. And John Cena was out there, except he wasn't. But you can't see him. He did physical comedy with an invisible man. Still not as bad as what GCW did. But there we go. Miz is then challenging LA Knight again. Okay. It'll be a trio of matches, I guess. Sammy then makes his entrance. We go to break. Pierce then tells Jay, hey, because you got traded from SmackDown, there's going to be trade compensation for them. He quit WWE, so technically wouldn't he have been off the goddamn roster? Off the whole goddamn thing? When he came back? Was he just automatically reinstated to the SmackDown roster and then traded? I have so many questions. Oh, wait, WWE doesn't fucking know either, and they think all the fans are idiots. And also, the brand split doesn't mean shit. Watch Cody go to SmackDown to finish his story, which hopefully he doesn't. And hopefully they show Brandy and the kid, and they both cry, because they both deserve to watch Cody lose. Again, I don't mind children, as long as they're the fuck away from me, and they don't cry anywhere near me. I worked at a movie theater, and I never want to see or deal with any children again. So, Pierce is with Ciampa. Ciampa Chameleon, and takes him into his office. Possibly to face Here Comes Bronson again. Where was Here Comes Bronson, by the way? Zayn and McTuna had a match where Dominic showed up and pulled McTuna out. Wouldn't that be a DQ? You're touching the competitor that's legal in the match. Whatever. So then Dominic gets his head bounced off the announcer's table quite a bit and then gets back in the ring, gets distracted. Roll up 1, 2, 3. McTuna saves Dominic. Dominic doesn't save McTuna, and Dominic gets a bit of the shit kicked out of him. Can't even sell right because Dominic is not good. And then McTuna gets laid out because I think that's child abuse. A Canadian doing child abuse. Hide the pillow, hide the Bowflex. So, then we get past IC champs. Connor's cure plug. I really feel bad that that kid passed away. No child should have to suffer through that. Despite any of the stuff I made about the kids crying and stuff like that, in all seriousness, children should not have to suffer like that. They shouldn't. Fuck cancer. So, Cody's here next week. Dominic, by the way, also says to McTuna, hey, nobody liked me until the Judgment Day came along, and they still don't like you. I mean, I don't. And it's pretty bad that Dominic is taller than McTuna. And then Gable and Gunther had a match. Now, rumors were they were going to get a ton of time. After the entrances and everything, it was about 17 minutes, maybe? Now, that's long for a TV match. You could have given him 30. You should have given him 30. Because it would have been even more when Gable lost in front of his kids. So anyway, it was what it was. We went to the break after a little bit. We came back for 2 minutes. We went to the break again. And there were some good chops, a lot of camera cuts because Kevin Dunn will not see heaven and quite frankly deserves to be eaten alive by Ebola as far as I'm concerned. But I would say in front of his family, but God, would anybody in his extended family want to even speak to him? Take a look at him. Or rather, don't. You'll turn to stone like you're looking at Medusa. So, Gable does some good stuff. He needs to take the diving headbutt out of his repertoire. Otherwise, it will become hide the kids. Or hide the kids, hide wife, hide somewhere. The dogs will be in the enclosed pool area, and one of these days I'll stop that. An ankle lock, a big old German. Big pop, 1, 2, kick out, ankle lock. Eventually fought out, got the choke on. And then Gable looked like, oh, he might win, but no, powerbomb, and then big lariat, 1, 2, 3, and then they cut to the kids crying, and that's right, you little shits. Your hopes and dreams crushed, and it is delicious to watch that. Because I'm just a mean person. I am going to get so much shit in the comments. Gunther, longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time. And that record should stay. Because if it took 35 years for the record to be broken, none of us are going to live long enough to see that record get broken again. Watch it get broken by Gable. Watch Gable hold it for 2 years. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.